Hello everyone and welcome back to the Cornea Impression. We are here at the Canopy Hotel by Hilton in Al Seef, Dubai, ready to film the new facelifted E Class for the 2021 model. When you buy an E Class, you are accustomed to certain luxuries and standards of life. Let us take a look if the 2021 facelifted E Class meets those expectations and standards. Let's go. Since we're standing outside, let us talk exteriors. An E Class is sublimely beautiful. It's supposed to be an understated everyday car. The car that you use for your daily driving duties, chores, getting to work, all of that. It has to look premium enough, but nothing in your face. And this is exactly how it looks. If you see, it has a new grille over here and looks pretty cool. New headlights, and overall the silhouette is nicely sculpted. The problem being, it looks too much like a C Class, and it doesn't even seem to be that much bigger than the C Class, even though it is, and it's packaged very well. The packaging is hidden, so on the outside it may not look that big, but it is that big, and on the inside it has enough space for 5 adults. So that gives you space for your family as well. There are a few interesting bits about this E300 that we have. Come, I'll take you through those. So what we have here is the Amg Power Bonnet. You can see it's well sculpted just to give you that feeling of aggressiveness, which would not be there in a budget version or a cheaper version of the E Class. It has this very interesting, unique dual circular design on the rims, and almost reminds me of an EV, even though this is a petrol car. This is one of those designs that a brand would use in a car that's deemed to be futuristic looking. This is not a very futuristic car, but the rims definitely will make you believe that it's futuristic. But if you see the side profile of the car, it's exactly the same as the previous one. There are no changes. Let us talk rear. It has these rear lights at the back, which looks pretty cool, extend into the boot, and a rear lip spoiler. The exhaust vents are fake. The exhausts are actually behind down there somewhere, but these are fake. It looks cool, but it's not functional. If you don't know it by now, I'm a sucker for tan interiors. Wherever I see tan interiors, I am sold. I'm convinced. And Mercedes has done an exceptional job in providing the E Class with these tan interiors. I mean, look at this.
I'm sorry, but I can't help you with it right now.
And that's the Hey Mercedes system getting voice activated when I did not say Hey Mercedes.
How can I
This is real life. You can't make this up. You know, sorry Mercedes, I'm going to have this in the video. There's real leather everywhere. I love the way the seats are designed and contoured. There's dual stitching, and I just love the way the feel and texture of leather is. I love the open pore wood. You can feel the grain and the texture of that everywhere. This is real luxury. This is what you want your cars to feel like. I know a lot of you guys are going green and vegan and all of that stuff. Don't kill me for it. I just seem to like this stuff, and I love this stuff. I can't help it. Your seat adjustments are on the door in all Mercedeses, and one of the biggest advantages of that is you can just look at the buttons and make the changes that you want instead of sliding your hand down into the gaps below your seat. I think this is a better way to do it, especially when you wear big or chunky watches, because the gaps down on the side of the seat can get a bit too small and you can scratch or damage your watches, which you do not want. So what you can do is actually adjust everything from here. Few points I didn't like about the interiors. This plastic button over here. I mean, when you're spending that kind of money, you can actually build these small things to a better quality and finish. This one here as well, and the tonality doesn't match the outside. I mean, it's different shade. You can get that right. Also, the door unlock buttons over here and the plastic bit inside. And believe me, these are not deal breakers. This is just me nitpicking or just being an idiot and complaining about it. But let us talk about one of the signature upgrades, the Mercedes MBUX system. There are a set of people who love it, and there are a set of people who find it a way bit too complicated to use. I kind of always fall in the middle somewhere. One of the biggest changes that has happened in the interiors is the new Amg steering wheel. This looks spectacular. There is no other steering wheel on the market that looks so dynamic and futuristic. It doesn't go with the E Class, it should probably be there on sports car, but it still looks phenomenal. It's nice and chunky, it's well rounded, it's flat bottomed, it's the perfect size. It's a little bit thick because I have small hands, but that works. What's not good about it are the buttons. This whole system is just too fiddly and just too small. So this controls the screen to the right, and then this left button controls the screen on the center screen and all the dials in the middle, and there's multiple options to adjust the screen. Way too many options, Mercedes, way too many options. The MBUX is a system which has a love-hate relationship with most people. I mean, there's a slight lag. You have to wait for it to actually go where you want. You know exactly what it does because you look at it and it gives you that information. So there's comfort, your media, radio, navigation, etc. You can even control this by Hey Mercedes, which is always 50-50, may or may not work, and a trackpad over here. So there are multiple ways of controlling this. The easiest way is the trackpad or the touchscreen. You can get used to it, but I would just connect my phone to Apple CarPlay and use that. What Mercedes has done with the new MBUX is give a new augmented reality navigation, which you can see here. What augmented reality navigation does is that when you enter your destination, it switches on the front camera, superimposing directions, and will show up in the next direction change. It will actually show up over here. For audiophiles, it has a cracking Burmese system with some banging bass to it. There's a lot of storage going on in the car. Here you have spaces for cup holders, your near field charging or basically wireless charging, Apple CarPlay, 12 volt socket in that, another storage here, couple of USB-Cs over here, storage on the door side. There's a ton of storage. Very practical, very easy to use. A couple of other unique features that the Mercedes MBUX has is when you go close to the screen, it senses you coming and the logo actually becomes bigger. Did you notice that? I'll show it to you again. When I go close to the Lotus, just see what happens. See that? It senses me coming there and it senses me going to activate it or touch it, and it goes. What Seat Kinetics does is if you're on a long drive, you press it and press play, it actually has some sort of massage feature to make sure that there's blood circulation going on in your body so that you don't feel, or well, you feel more energized, you don't feel as tired as you would otherwise. Very unique feature. Obviously you have tons of ambient lighting options. They even change with your mood, and I don't think anybody else does that. I may be wrong, but at the moment I can't recall anybody else. You can even set the entire mood as per what you feel like feeling. You want to feel refreshed, it'll set it up to that. Vitality training. The parking system is phenomenal. The screen has an extra sharp resolution. I mean, everything is clear. It has 3D surround cameras. You can keep seeing what's happening in the front. This is completely 360, and the back as well. This is on the sides. I mean, you can make sure that you have parked your car as accurately as possible. This is my exact driving position, which is in the front. I have enough space at the back and it's extremely comfortable and luxurious. You can fit easily and relax, because a lot of times in this car the owners will be chauffeur driven, and I can guarantee and tell them that they will definitely enjoy being at the back seat of the Mercedes E Class. The E300 comes with a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine producing 252 horsepower. It does 0-100 in 6.2 seconds. It's not quick, but it's quick enough. All of this is mated to a 9-speed gearbox, sending power to the rear wheels. The drive on the E300 is excellent. During city speeds, highway speeds, it coasts comfortably and perfectly. You're cut off and isolated from the rest of the world, giving you a serene and relaxing driving experience. It can take on all the potholes and all the bumps that come across the road. It has something called agility suspension, which basically changes the dampener settings for different driving modes. So this car comes with Comfort, Sport and Sport Plus. And when you put it on Sport Plus from here, the entire driving dynamics of the car changes. it just becomes punchier, torquier. The steering gives much more feedback, and the road handling also becomes much more better. It's not something you want to drive around the car in all the time. I would, but not most people. But it's still a very much engaging drive to have. You would be surprised as to how engaging it is. I was, or I am still. The E Class starts at 250,000 dirhams, but the E300 with the current options that I'm driving is priced at 325,000 dirhams. That's a whooping $88,000. Now you're going to be asking me, is it worth it? Is it worth paying 325,000 dirhams or $88,000 for an E300? Definitely, because it feels so much like a big car. It feels so much more like a premium luxury car. There are people always taking a look around at it. People are sneaking glances at it. They're always wondering, wow, look at that Mercedes. It looks so good. It looks so elegant and luxurious. I wish I could have that car. And that feeling by itself is worth the price point. So until next time, you know what to do. Like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers and bye.